Okay, this is Archer for the Lord. I'm going to try to do a little bit of live Blitz. I'm going to do a 10-minute game because I haven't really done this before, and I'm not sure how it's going to be commentating with while playing, so let's see. So he's going to fan Keto both of his bishops, and so I just need to make a pawn center and protect it. So not anything to worry about as far as pins on my knights are going to go, and they can pretty much support the center on their own. Let's see if we can set up a pin there. Okay, so he brings the knight there. Now, let's see. I think I'm just going to play bishop to e2. If I bring it to d3, okay, he's going to have to take back with the king if I capture this knight, so that would be good. Let's go ahead and capture there and see if we can't open up the position. Yeah, I'm liking this already. I don't know why he was so desperate. Okay, now he's given up his strongly placed bishop for my knight. Not sure what's going on here. Let's see. He's got an unprotected pawn here. The queen move, I'm assuming he's going to try to tuck the king back over here and run. Let's see, is there a way I can take advantage of that? About c5 just to open this file. Let's try c5. Going to get rid of my doubled pawn there. Okay. Now he's going to play that. I could push to c6 and that would kick his bishop. He'd probably just play it right here, and then it's not so good because I'm helping him develop. So I think it's best to try to open up lines in the center. So we'll try to capture. Okay. Okay, so good moves. It doesn't have that weak pawn anymore, but I could potentially penetrate on the c file if this pawn weren't there. What if I could get him in some sort of crossfire with my queen over here and a bishop on these light squares? He's really weak on the dark squares right now. And I think if this pawn wasn't here, this entire position would be way better. I don't see anything crushing. We're just going to castle for right now. I would play my queen up to d4, but that's just encouraging him to close the position. If I had a dark squared bishop, yeah. So he closes the position up. I have to look for another way to open it. What about c4, c5, just as another pawn sack? It's either opens this file or... yeah, I think we'll try that. Okay, now that's busted because the knight can just drop there. That was bad. Okay. Let's see, I want to see if I can get in f4 so we can play the knight back to d2 and then play f4. He's definitely coming there. There's not currently any squares that he can go to though, so we just play f4. And he's also helping to block up this weak diagonal that I'm opening on my king. So I'm not extremely bothered by his knight. Okay, so his queen's coming there. Okay. I think my queen needs to get out on this diagonal. See, pawn takes pawn, queen takes pawn, and then I'm letting his queen into the game. Ideally, I want to get my queen activated. I wish somehow my queen could take back this pawn. I can push to f5, and he can't just push the g pawn because then f6 pretty serious. But then again, if he just pushes f6 himself, then I don't really want to take on the g file to open up that against my king. I'm thinking just queen to e1 to try to get the queen on a diagonal over here. I'm not too worried about his knight coming to a4. I don't think I need to protect that square. Okay, so this is... Okay, now I can capture here, and the queen can't recapture, otherwise there's rook to f7 check. So if you recapture, okay, yeah, it has to be with the pawn. And then throw in the bishop check there. You can try to do that, but that's going to lose piece. The queen doubling is not too good. Let's try the bishop check. King should go there, yeah. Okay. Okay, I've got a tactic here. If I play queen to g3, then I'm threatening... Does that threaten rook takes f7? Queen g3, rook takes f7, queen takes f7, queen takes e5. There's no block, and the king has to go to the back rank, which would allow me to take the rook next turn. Okay. So that's what we're going to go for. Okay, so he stops that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, see, now it's getting difficult because there's not an obvious way to open up the position anymore. I can try this, but he just plays a5, and that's going to stop that dead in his tracks. Difficult. Maybe I can try to protect this pawn and then try to trade off the knights. Yeah, we'll see how he reacts to that. Okay, so queen to e3. There's no possibility of my bishop getting trapped. It does take the gas off of this pawn. Okay, what about queen to f3, threatening the pawn? He has to protect with the rook, and then I play knight to b3. His knight... Yeah, kind of like that. Let's try that. I'm running low on time. This commentating thing is pretty awful because I don't want to make a mistake here. So I'm playing unusually slow. And then we'll just... If he captures... we'll recapture with the pawn or the queen. Okay, well, no worry about that because now I'm capturing. And we'll get rooks on this file. That should be pretty easy. Okay. Now we're threatening this pawn, as well as rook takes bishop. No, that's not threatened because he's got the protection there. Okay, so can I take that? That's the best move. Then the rook can't come to the corner because then he's just losing the bishop. Okay, that's... Can I just check? Let's simplify things first. Okay, that's forming a mating net, and now I'm threatening rook to b6, which would win the queen. I think he has to play bishop. No, bishop c8 loses the rook. Bishop a8 maybe? I think he has to play bishop a8, doesn't he? Or e4 is a little bit dangerous too. Yeah, I think bishop a8 might be the best move in this position. Because rook b6 is very strong. So he's got to protect that square somehow. There's nowhere... No, that loses the rook. Queen takes... Yeah, queen takes rook. And he can't even take the bishop, or else I get the other rook, so he'd have to take first. Yeah, no, that's... Queen bishop to a8 was the only move to survive, I think, because now he walked into a pin. He's pinned himself and attacked it with my bishop. So, yeah, it's over now. Now the pawn queens can't do that either. Yeah. Okay, so, interesting game. Hope you guys enjoyed that.